Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Backpack Track. I am Deuce, and we're talking about West Coast hip-hop today. I know you know legends like Tupac, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, but who's up next? Find out right here on the Backpack Track.
Tire marks, finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. Walking on water and running on waves. God MC, oh my God, you gotta see. There's never no eyes in me. I'm an odyssey, I'm a block away. Fire marshals moving in. Marshmallows inside my pen. Sweet 16s, got a sweet 16, any deadlier than sin. I'm so appalled. I'm the prototype with a godly protocol. You an amateur, they want a protocol. I damage your on camera in Compton, in Canada. I don't care where you are. Just blink twice and I'm there where you are. Like a shadow in the dark. You a paddle in a boat in an ocean full of sharks, about to come up short. Water in the pot, flow crack rock like bam bam. Nigga have 2 grams, nigga pay up on blam blam. Nigga had a black Camry, but we dipset, killer cam, nigga.
So the West Coast is trying to reemerge right now, and leading the forefront is Kendrick Lamar. He hails from Compton, same place of the Game and Dr. Dre, and maybe those close ties are what got Dr. Dre talking about, I need to work with this kid. Every hip-hop site, every hip-hop blog is saying Kendrick Lamar is the next best thing. So we caught up with him and asked him specifically about Dr. Dre and what it means to be a part of the West Coast movement.
It came about Paul Rosenberg. I think he was on the net. I know he's on the net. I think he was on YouTube, actually. Seen some of my music. Heard some of my music, hit up Dre that quick, said, yo, it's this kid from Compton, you gotta check out. Made the call, made the connection, and it's been a wrap. We've been in the studio for the past 2 months. I done banged out about 20 records with Dre, man. It's just an honor, man, 'cause that's a person I looked up to since I was 2. I mean, my pops bumping the NWA in my ear every day. Tell me, yo, this the shit you need to listen to 'cause it's your life. Dig what I'm saying?
Dre, with us waiting on Detox, man, do you feel like sometimes like the West Coast hip hop or just hip hop or what Dre's gonna do is kind of on your back, like on your shoulders?
Yeah, it's a little bit on my back, you know, but I'm definitely looking forward to a lot of the new guys that are coming out of the West Coast. I need that help. Where y'all at? West Coast, stand up.
Yeah,
on,
no.
Man.
I was just
I'm looking forward to working with this new kid out of Compton, Kendrick Lamar. You know, I've seen him on YouTube, and I'm excited about meeting him. I'm supposed to be meeting him soon, and hopefully we can get down.
Yeah, that's my artist, man. I got paperwork on him. Okay. No, I wish I did now.
I'm honored to be a part of the West Coast right now. Man, we got amazing new artists that's coming up. It's just a good thing for everybody to get their recognition that they well deserve. You know, we've been grinding for a long time in the scene, in the cut, and now with the help, I mean, artists like Game or Snoop, Dre are pioneers in the game, feeding off their energy and getting the recognition from the sites and in the streets now, man. Putting out the good music, it's positive, you know what I mean? It's love, and it's LA, it's the fashion. I'm blessed to be a part of it, you know what I mean? It's real. Like, damn, this is what I work for. 13, writing in my room, hiding my raps and shit from my moms and shit. From that moment, writing my very first rhyme all the way up to here. That's what happens when hard work and dedication takes place. When I walked into that room, that's when I knew it was real, you know what I mean? Lord, forgive me. Kill him, wait, stand over him, shake his hand, then jump back in that minivan. Double back to his block and blam. I ain't backing down for nothing. I'ma back him down like Shaq with this black 223 in my hand. Better pray that this chopper jam like a radio single, man. Police radio signal saying that a 187 land on your corner. Coroners comfort your mama, he's dead the next morning. Hot toasted up with my homies, we drink and smoke marijuana. Want us to change our ways, you see this game we play come from uncles that raised me in Compton. Ask me what I have accomplished, I don't know, I don't have conscience. I just load up and start dumping. No enemies, I'm headhunting. No sympathy, ain't no love. When you in these streets, just get something. Protect your neck, 'cause they coming. For set respect, split your onion and chop your deck. Your head tumbling like gymnastics. 'Cause ignorance is bliss. I mean, I grew up in a household where I had both my parents that was young, and I had my older cousins and uncles and stuff. And they lived a lifestyle where that was the thing to do. Gang bang, slanging dope, house parties, partying, drinking, smoking. I was around that when I was young as a kid. So I seen all of this. And as a kid, if you see this on the everyday level, you expect it. It's something that you get prone to, you used to. So ignorance is bliss growing up, you know what I mean? And I think the only thing that separated me from the rest of my peers was the fact that I had an active father in my life. A lot of kids didn't have fathers, and if they did, they weren't in their life. They weren't as active. And that straightened me on an era where I had some type of balance. You know what I'm saying? Where I didn't have to go out there with the homies and blow somebody's head off. I could have. I've been in situations where I almost lost my mind. You know what I mean? As a teenager coming up, everybody gets to that level. But I always had him to pull me back in and say, yo, you don't want to go there. I've been there before. You know what I mean? Respect me. And out of respect for him, you know know what I mean, somebody I looked up to since I was a kid. I couldn't help but find something positive to do in my life, you know what I mean? And that was music, and it's a blessing.
And he takes that blessing and shows the reality of rap and hip-hop and life in Compton. Kendrick Lamar is so lyrical, he explains how he even puts God in his music and shows you what other rappers don't, and it isn't all glitz and glamour, cars, bling, and girls. It's a grind.
So when you look at videos, my little brother look at videos and he see the flashy cars and the chains, and he see that his brother's a rapper now and expect for me to have all this stuff. It's a grind. That shit is not real. This is real life. Me giving him the game at 6 years old, that's way more realer than what you seeing on TV. And that's what I tend to put in my music. I want to tell my story where people can relate. And that's what they've been doing, man. So I think just the vulnerability where people can actually feel you and not feel the flashy cars and the chains and all this shit you got, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's just vanity.
I'm trying to learn something new. I'm trying to find myself, I'm searching deep for Kendrick Lamar. I read about Napoleon Hill and try to know God. They say he the key to my blessings. And if I speak the good into existence, that instant my dreams will unlock. Money flow like water, I'll just wait at the dock. And by the way, I'ma start finding more light to shed, like a small garage in your backyard.
I tend to put my spirituality in almost every song I do, because that's a part of me that everybody should know. My story is a good kid in the mad city, but on the other side, it's me battling, trying to know my relationship with God, trying to find my place with him, and I struggle with that, so I tend to put it in my music, whether I'm asking questions about myself, about life, you know what I mean, things I want to know, or something that I do know now growing up and being wiser, you know what I mean? So I tend to put in my music a lot, and people is very receptive to it, you know what I mean? Just human shit, you know?
Kendrick Lamar, definitely a lyricist that can put any facet of his life in his music. But what is he doing outside of his music to change Compton and change the general scope of Compton to the world?
I want to play a bigger part of my city. Music is an outlet for me to touch the situations that's happening in my city as far as the violence, you know what I mean, crime and the drug abuse, and the fathers in the household, you know. I think that's a stepping stone. And once I get the music off the ground and make people believe me and feel me like I want them to, like I know they will, then that's when I play a bigger part in that. I'm gradually doing it now, but once I solidify myself in this aspect of the game, that's where I'm gonna go back to, and I'm gonna play a big part in that, you know? So that's my main focus, my main goal at the end of the day. After all, I'm financially straight with myself and my family and everything, I gotta give back to my city. And hopefully it spread across the world universally. I never know what I can do, you know? Can't never say never.
That's my surroundings in Compton, have common sense. Smell death in the air, round here, that's a common scent. You know the gunpowder, you know when your homie barely blink, he's just done powder. Only at 17, you know the common statistic, inspired by hoop dreams, now hired by street schemes of getting blood money. I try my best to stay focused and hope the city love me. Pray it's not lust, cause if it is, I'll be dead in a month.
Definitely an artist to keep track of in the new millennium, Kendrick Lamar, bringing you a new vision of Compton and a new emergence for the West Coast. You've heard the gritty tales, now see what a new voice has to bring to the table. And of course, we'll give you the updates right here on artists such as Kendrick Lamar and other backpack artists here on the Backpack Track on Blastro.com. I'm Deuce. We'll see you next time.
The world should turn soon as my record spin. I wanna be the highest, on top of all the bullshit, the negative you bring, the stress, the violence, the capital punishment, the loud police sirens. Too focused, one word, righteous. And this is Kendrick Lamar. And soon y'all know Cloud9, y'all. And that means I wanna be the highest.
It's Kendrick Lamar, straight out of Compton, California. Chilling with my people, day one. Blastro.com, and we out here, boy. Y'all better get in tune or get lost. What up?
Yeah.
Top dog.
That means I wanna be the highest. Too focused, one word.